rolling cars, moving them to a special location. This is the new Lotus Evija, and I want to take you around this beauty. We have special access to this car today. We're here in California, but it's freezing, but it is well worth coming out here today because this is, I think, one of the most beautiful reveals that has happened at Pebble Beach this year, and I want to take you through, so come with me. I think the back for me is where it gets really, really special. I mean, just take a look at this. Look at how the air comes through the side here, all the way back through the back tail lights. This here is reminiscent of like the afterburn or the afterburners on a jet. And then you come around the front. Let's just have a brief look at it first before we go into too much detail. This design here on the lights, you see these little lines here? The designers wanted to make that kind of look like warrior paint on the side of your face. As you go into war, you just kind of pull that warrior paint up the side of your cheeks, and that's kind of the design aesthetic that they were going for here at the front lights. The cool thing is that when you open these doors, when this is actually fully in production, you're going to open the door from a button on the key fob. So there is no button here on the actual door. Lotus is back. It's back in the game. This is crazy. This is the most powerful production car in the world. Just think about that for a second. The most powerful production car in the world is a Lotus, and it's fully electric, is going to produce 2,000 horsepower. This here is the charging port. See how cool that is? That just opens up like this. And this is a nice little plaque here, hand built in Britain by Lotus. This is actually where all the batteries are, right here. When you look at, say, for example, a Tesla, the batteries they lie flat along the bottom of the car like this. In this car, they've placed all the batteries, kind of stacked them one on top of each other in this area here. Means that this car is going to behave like a typical mid-engine sports car. So it's going to have the same kind of feel, the same kind of handling and maneuvering as a Lotus normally would. Just look how low you are here. You're almost like touching the road. You're sitting super low to keep that feel of driving a super lightweight sports car. Whereas if you had the batteries going along the bottom of the car like this, you'd be sitting up a good, like, probably this much higher than you would do otherwise. So it all adds to like that sporty feel and that sporty sensation when you're driving the car. They've got a motor on each of the wheels, so one here, two in the front, and each of the motors produce about the same amount of horsepower, so about 500 per motor. The Evija has some cool other little features. Here, this is going to be like a secret James Bond compartment. You just push that and that compartment will come out. So when you put it in reverse, what happens is the T here from the Lotus lights up. How cool is that little detail? You see the center line that runs through the driver's seat here? You can actually personalize this with whatever you'd like. So you can put, I don't know, your wife's name or your husband's name or your birth date or your wedding date so you don't forget it. You can put that here in this little center line, which is quite a nice little feature. Let's get in. This is really cool. So I don't know if you guys have seen my video on the Renault Trésor. Guys, check this out. This is only the second time that I've seen something this beautiful in this hexagonal shape here on the center console. You see all of these little buttons, hexagons. Now they've done that for two reasons. Obviously it's more efficient, right? So because if the buttons are round, got wasted space around the button. So for this reason, they all kind of fit in together like this. And also it's because you can then kind of feel your way around the buttons with your hands. You can concentrate on the road, keep your hands on the steering wheel, and kind of go like this and go, oh yeah, I know where the volume up and down button is from feeling it, you know? The steering wheel, it's tiny. It's really tiny. It feels really sporty. The shape is like an F1. Watch what happens when I flick this over into track mode. Pretty cool, huh? The wing comes up quite a long way, and also the, what are they called? DRS flaps? DRS flaps. It's getting too technical. Right. And you see the DRS flaps kind of come up as well, and it means you've got this massive amount of air filling those compartments at the back, and it just kind of sucks the car to the ground. Down here, these are really cool as well. I like these little design features, you know. I think that's really important in a car like this. When you're paying $2.5 million, it's not just about how fast it can go, it's about how you feel when you're in the driver's seat looking at all of these cool little features. You're like, yeah, that's why I paid $2.5 million. That's a cool design feature. This is a cool design feature. And you feel like you are validated in spending that kind of money. You know, you want to be surrounded in luxury and cool little features and things that people have spent time and effort on in the design and making of this car. What it has is a rear view camera here, and it's actually really high quality. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, look. There's one there. Yeah. This one will come out, look. I can see your cap. As soon as you close this door, what happens is the camera goes on so you can see what's happening beside you. So the camera is actually here, and then it comes out. Look at that. Oh, now guys, that is cool. What? But I've never seen that before. When you're in normal road mode, will come out automatically when the door closes, but then when you're in track mode, it'll actually retract, go back in, so the car's super slick. Should we do this? Go for a drive? This is crazy. I freaking love this car. Like, I love the design so much. If I had the money right now, out of all of the cars that were revealed on the lawn yesterday, I would get this one. I honestly would. I'm so impressed by this. I think it's so sexy. I've never seen a back like this on a car before. I really haven't. Just keep that between you and me though, yeah? I don't want them to know how much I like it. This can be fully customized, and you can put in any kind of precious metals, gold, silver. You could even have the Union Jack in diamonds and rubies if you like. Also, the same goes for the Lotus symbol here. You can have this in gold or silver or whatever you would like. I think we're going to see a few of them around. Okay. There you go.
So, I want to join you.
Okay, come in, yeah.
Look at the amount of space I have.
Yeah,
here
that's
with
quite
the
a lot,
legs.
isn't it? Yeah, that's true.
Huge.
What's usually it goes all the way up.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. It goes all the way through.
Yeah.
Huh. That's really cool.
Yeah, and then you got the door opening buttons here.
Door opening, yeah. World's first person to drive the new Lotus Evija. It's happening right now. Here we are. And then into drive. And away we go. Ready? Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Give us a quick thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. This is where you get to see the coolest cars in the world, I promise you. Alright, a massive thanks to Lotus. Thank you guys so much for letting me have exclusive access to this car and driving it around. I really, really want one. All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you next time in another crazy car somewhere else in the world. I'm out. Love ya.